Hi there. This is how you create a Google business profile if you don't already have one for your business. And here's an example of what a business profile will look like. This is called the knowledge panel here. So what we're going to do is go into the business profile manager, and you can find that by going to business.google.com. And then you would type in your business name here. I already typed one in. It's going to say create a business with this name. Okay, so it has the business name, category. I'm going to put in keeping service. Next. Do you want to add a location that customers can visit, like a store or an office? So if you have a firm where people come to have meetings for you in your firm, then yes, you want to click yes here. If you're working from home, and you're working maybe virtually with clients that way, then you would want to click no here, because if you do click yes, you're going to be required to put an address into your profile, and that address will be public. Again, if you're working from home and you don't want that to be public, then click no here. I'm going to click yes. And then it's going to ask what the address is, and I'm just typing random things in here for right now. Is this your business? Okay, so it's finding an actual business at that address. And do you provide deliveries or home and office visits? Let's see. No. Add contact info. Let's say just none yet. And you could just click, I don't have a website. If you don't have one, I could have just put any URL in there would be fine. But if you do have a website, that's where you want to put that. The contact phone number here, I believe that this is going to be the one that will be shown on your profile, but it's also the one that Google is going to want to call to verify your listing. So you do want to make sure that's a phone number that you can get either a phone call or a text at. Okay, so now we've added the vital information. We can select here if we want Google to call or text us. Usually they do not give the option to email right here. That's neat that they do that. So we want to verify later. Okay, back on track here. So add your services. So bookkeeping service was the primary service that I selected, but let's say I do other things too. So maybe I want to select general bookkeeping. Maybe we do payroll and accounting services. Now you can select as many as you like, but it's not necessarily advantageous to select all of them, like all that you can. You just want to be very, at this point, succinct in which services you select. And you can add in custom services here too. Let's see, I'm going to put in registered agent. And then that would be then a custom service. Okay, business hours. Google loves to see the business hours, loves to include them on your profile. So I would, if you're able to include them, I would. So I'm just going to put 8 to 5. It would be great if they said you could repeat these just automatically, but they don't do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say we're only open on Monday from 8 to 5. You would, of course, want to fill out all of your hours. Click next. Okay, add messaging. This is to let customers message your business from Google. This is a really good idea to set up if you have the bandwidth or the capacity to respond to these messages. I'm going to click skip. Add a business description. So you will want to use, you can always skip this and come back to it later. This is something that you probably want to put some time and effort into. You have 750 characters available to you, and we recommend using every one of those characters, if at all possible. We actually optimize the business description to help make the profile more searchable. So I'm just going to put something in here for right now, but just know that we would definitely recommend that you put in a full 750 characters for this. Okay, Add photos of your business. You can always come back to this later, but this is where you can add, if you have photos of your building from the outside, from the inside, anything like that. I'm going to skip it for now because I think that once you have your profile set up, that it's easier to do this inside your profile where you can see exactly where those images are being loaded to. Once you have a profile, you can designate photos for your logo, for your interior, for your exterior, for your team, very specific things like that. But here it's just general photos. So I'm going to skip it. Skipping this, it's advertising. And then it says your edits will be visible once you're verified. So I'm going to click continue. And we're basically done. So the final thing would be to get verified. So if I was setting this up for real, I'm going to go back and delete this. But if I would click get verified. And then let's see, they're going to ask me about this again. And so then here we are at the choose a way to verify, and I would select a way, and then they would either call or text at that point. Until you'd verify, none of the information that you add in is online. You do want to verify it right away. So that's how you do it. That's how you create your or it used to be Google My Business. Now it's a Google Business profile. So let me know if you have any questions.